Hey guys, welcome back to Puff It Louda. So, okay, I guess we're just gonna go raid my dad's house now. Let's go. Okay, understood. I read that already. Let's just move along. Yamazaki and I left the following morning, and we had come to my home in the outskirts of Edo. Yeah, it's just covered in grass. Yes. I hadn't seen it in years, but I didn't have the time for nostalgia. Nerves made me tense and jumpy. Would we even find anything? Well, might as well enter my house. Wow, everything is... The first thing we came in contact with was the stale, dust-filled air wafting to us, and I couldn't help but cough. The floor was covered in a layer of dust so thick it almost reminded me of a fresh blanket of snow. Ew. Which meant my father hadn't returned. I felt both disappointment and relief well up within me. If he wasn't here, then where could he be? Oh, yes. I think they're around here somewhere. Okay. We spent the better part of several hours looking through every nook and cranny of the dust-covered house for a potential clue, for the Furies' clue. Eventually, it seemed as though Yamazaki came across something and he exclaimed in horror. Hearing him read the notes aloud made me shiver as the hair along my arms stood up. Yamazaki, what did you find? The water of life. What? I couldn't believe what I was reading in the note Yamazaki found, and then it seemed to slip out of my hands to float towards the ground. Using one's fury powers directly affected their lifespan. So then, for Okita's life, it meant... My feet felt numb upon the ground, and as the feeling began to slip away, I almost fainted. Don't yell at me! Yamazaki snapped me out of it, affecting his voice into a bark that Hijikata would have been proud of. You're right. I'm sorry. Wow, we had no security on these notes. Right. Scanning through page after page of my father's fury research told us far more than we could have anticipated. Those who drank the water of life to become Furies were also endued with beast-like qualities. Qualities that, unsurprisingly, caused an unprecedented toll on the human body beyond what a normal human could likely withstand. The amount of stress imposed by the serum forces the body to succumb to the terrible bloodlust, which, by the way, if you don't know what bloodlust is, alright. Ew! Oh God. All of the information we had gathered presented an even harsher reality than we'd hoped for. But there was one silver lining. I think I found a set of instructions to concoct a medicine that will suppress the bloodlust. Medicine? Ew. Ugh. If this works and we can suppress the bloodlust, I think it will be enough to help Okita. We have a doctor! Reading through the list now, there are some ingredients we'll have to prepare, but... Can you help me with this, Yamazaki? Well... Together, Yamazaki and I followed my father's recipe exactly how it was written on the note. Somehow, we managed to make the medicine. Unfortunately, we hadn't learned anything about how we might heal Okita's wounds. Okay. By the time we'd finished and returned back, the sun had started to set. That took quite a while, huh?
日が沈む前に戻らなくてはな。急ぐぞ。
Yamazaki beckoned me to come forward, and just as I was about to rush out of the house, something akin to a moving specter seemed to come out of nowhere, and it startled me. Yamazaki had only taken a single step when... Yamazaki groaned loudly before falling onto the floor. Yamazaki! I ran towards him frantically. What? No! I stopped dead in my tracks for someone who was near. I couldn't exactly make out the specter because of the sunset's glare, but it was someone whose face was unforgettable. You bitch! Kaoru, what are you doing here? Leave me alone! I clasped my hand around my kodachi on my hip, glaring back at Kaoru's face, whose expression was almost identical to my own. Oh yeah, we have this little sword. Will you back the fuck off? Stop it. Kaoru's eyes shot up and his grin widened. Wow. Kaoru! The angrier I got, the wider his smug grin stretched. Even though I knew it would just rile him up, I couldn't stay calm. Oh my god, shut up! Ugh. No! I won't let that happen to Okita. As long as we have the medicine that Yamazaki and I toiled over, the bloodlust should be suppressed. There was no way Okita would turn into a beast. Oh my god. I cannot stand you. I could feel the blood draining from my body. Of course, I knew the medicine was only a temporary solution, but... What does it matter to you? As Kaoru rattled off these condescending questions, he still kept the smug expression on his face. My eyes grew wide. This came out of nowhere. Was he trying to play a trick on me? He may have been getting a kick out of trying to fluster me, but even if he was trying to get a ruse or a rouse out of me, I had to hear what he had to say, so I let him continue. Kaoru luckily wasted no time in speaking up. So my blood? Good. Whoops, I accidentally skipped one piece of what Kaoru said, and that is because I had to pause because, so my birthday was recently, and my boyfriend got me a pillow with Puffet Lauda on it. like all my like logo and my banner and stuff, the ones that I like painstakingly drew for hours. Yeah, he got it on a pillow. Maybe I'll like throw a picture of it on the side here next to, like, I'll just cover Kaoru's face with a pillow. But yeah, maybe I'll post it on here. I was like, oh my god, it's so cute. It actually looks pretty good too. So I'm like, well, whatever. Anyways, continuing. Sorry. Hey, wait! With that, Kaoru smiled dryly, and I called out to him, but he had already disappeared like a shadow to the ether. If what he said was true, then allowing Okita to drink my blood would possibly work as a salve to the water of life's side effects. However, knowing Kaoru, this was all a ploy to get my hopes up. What if, though, what he said was true? Oh, you're finally awake. Yamazaki regained consciousness, and he slowly gathered himself to regain footing. Are you all right? I ran up to Yamazaki. Sure. Worst explanation ever. Yikes.
ひとまず沖田さんたちのところへ戻ることにするか。松本先生をお待たせしているからな。
Okay. The sun had completely set, and we were covered by the darkness as we rushed to return to Sendagaya. Sendagaya? What? Okay, well that's where he is, apparently. However, the entire time we rushed back, I couldn't quite shake what Kaoru had told me. Once we finally arrived back at the hiding place, we rushed to tell Dr. Matsumoto all that happened. Do you know who that is? Like, what do you think, Dr. Matsumoto? Do you think if I were to give him my blood that we could curb the effects of the waters of life?
信じるのは危険だ。そもそも沖田さんを羅刹に変えたのはあの南雲薫だろう。
山崎君の言う通りだな。そんな例は今までに一つもない。効き目がないだけで済めばいいが、もしかしたら毒となることだって十分に考えられるんだぞ。ひとまず薬は調合できたんだろう。なら当分はそれでしのぐしかないんじゃないか。
What about Okita?
わかってる。しかし酷な話だな。老害にかかっただけじゃなく、
He still has tuberculosis?
羅刹となったせいで残りの寿命をますます削る羽目になるなんて因果な話もあったもんだ。
This is not great.
もう少しここにいてやりたいが、私もそろそろ戻らんとな。
Oh, right. Thank you for all the time you've given us.
いや、くれぐれも無茶はせんよう、沖田君によく言い聞かせておいてくれ。君も疲れているだろう。今日は早めに休むんだぞ。
Okay.
外までお送りします。いろいろとお聞きしたいこともありますので。
Dr. Matsumoto bowed politely, and Yamazaki escorted him to the entrance. He told me I needed to make sure I rest, but honestly, I don't think I could sleep even if I went to my room with a warm cup of tea. My mind immediately jumped to Okita. In Father's notes, it said that a Fury's power was directly tied to the length of their lifespan. If that were true, then he was literally consuming his own life just to heal himself from flesh wounds. I wanted so badly to check on him, even for a second. And I did. I was careful to avoid making any peep or noise, and I quietly slid his door open. Huh? Oh, I couldn't believe it. Okita wasn't sleeping on the futon, and he was nowhere to be found. Where could he have possibly gone? Just as I scanned the room.
おかえり、千鶴ちゃん。
You bitch. The voice came from next to the door. Okita, what are you doing?
だって寝てるだけなんて退屈だし。
You're not gonna heal this way. Okita sneered in his usual derisive tone. Okita, did you happen to hear any of the conversation we had in the hallway?
自分のことについてこそこそ話してたら誰でも気になるでしょ。
Of course you did. While the length of Okita's remaining lifespan was a source of concern, thankfully his sardonic wit was intact. Unfortunately, he didn't budge, and his attempts to probe me for answers made me uncomfortable.
ま、あの時落ち水を飲んでなかったら、どっちにせよ死んでただろうしね。布団の上で血を吐きながら死ぬのと、こうして刀を取ることができるようになったのと、どっちがマシかって言えば、答えなんて分かりきってるし。
There was a peaceful twinkle in his eye, as if he had come to terms with his condition and his future. Such certainty felt so unfamiliar to me.
でも、不思議な話だよね。病気でも何でもなかったケンさん。
No! Play the sad music. The sad music. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sad that he died. It's like, he really did die. That's just so depressing.
老害にかかってる上、落ち水まで飲んだ僕がこうして生きてるなんて、運がいいのか悪いのかわからないな。
Okita, my heart clenched. It seemed to, or he seemed to embrace the fact that his health was wilting, and yet he stood courageously before it. Perhaps it was this attitude all along that had me so curiously drawn to him. Please don't give up. You are still alive, Okita. Even if he'd seemed resigned to the fact that he could potentially die in the near future, I didn't want him going anywhere.
当たり前じゃない。僕にはまだしなきゃならないことがあるんだから。
His complexion still seemed very ill, but even then, Okita possessed with him a fiery vigor. Good. The future was still uncertain, but so long as Okita believed in himself, there was still hope. Although we couldn't see into the future, it did nothing to waver his spirit from the dawn of a better day. Okita, please return to your bed. It's not good for you to be standing for so long.
はいはい、わかってるよ。君ってほんとうるさいんだから。
Just as he began to whine. Oh god. I told you! Okita keeled over, and his face twisted in pain. He slammed against the floor as he gasped for air. Okita! I rushed to support his body, but as he had trouble staying upright. What's wrong? Is it your injuries? Okita shook his head as he grimaced loudly from whatever had been hurting him. Oh shit! As I watched, his hair turned white and his eyes turned red. Oh no! He had expressed experiencing some minor pain from using his powers before, but I don't ever recall him becoming a fury without using those powers consciously. Then it must mean...
平気だよ。すぐに収まるから。
Oh god. The way he angrily motioned for me to stay back told me this wasn't the first time he was changing. He almost seemed ready to accept what came next. Okita, was this a seizure-like episode, a symptom of being a fury? Was this seizure-like, sorry. Do you want my blood? His eyes grew wide.
欲しくなんかない。
His reply was practically a shout, but all the reason to assume that's what he wanted.
僕は嫌だ。嫌なんだよ。血なんていらない。狂いたくない。
His voice shook as he spoke. Whether from pain, fear, or both, I couldn't tell. Both of us saw plenty of furies go mad with bloodlust. But you're in so much pain.
もし理性を失ったら、自分を保てなくなったら、近藤さんの役に立てなくなる。
Oh god. Okita had drunk the water of life to make him a more effective soldier. All he wanted was to help Kondo. If he lost himself in the bloodlust, he would be denied that one desire. So, how long have you been doing this? Horrible. To be all alone, tormented by pain so great that even breathing was agony.
平気だよ。我慢できる。僕は近藤さんの弟弟子なんだから。こんなものに負けるほど弱くない。
Ew. Okay, I'm just gonna rate this rated R. Here we go. He seemed to think he could endure through a sheer force of will. But you don't look fine at all. I could hear my voice break, and tears had begun to well in my eyes. I wrapped my arms around Okita and held him tight. What was I going to do? I don't know. We're gonna do this next time. We're gonna stop here. Next time, we will... we will figure something out.